is trying to leave this planet and trying to go to Mars, which is actually, that's really crazy and very inspiring. So in the day 4, we went pitching at the National Instruments and got a little bit robotics training from National Instruments. It's pretty amazing because we got to also experience the National Instrument campus. And the last day, we went to one of the startup accelerator organization called Capital Factory in Austin. We got opportunity to talk with the people over there, and then to know more about how startup environment in USA actually. And we got to explore Austin a little bit. In the afternoon and in the evening, we went to a dinner with the Caring for Cambodia people from Cambodia. There are actually a bunch of refugees from Cambodia that already achieved American dream. That's what I say, which is pretty amazing. We also actually celebrate Fajar's birthday also. And then just like what most of the Asian do, we end the night with the karaoke. So it was really amazing. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all of your generosity. Like the MINO can be like this in this point because a lot of supporting partners and a lot of people who work hard to support us from the USAID, from the Intel, YSEALI, US Mission to ASEAN, and from the Ristek Dikti and our university, Universitas Gadjah Mada itself. Ladies and gentlemen, support in MINO, we're not only providing technology for today, but also we're raising a hope for tomorrow. Thank you.
And to lead today's discussion, I would like to invite our moderator, Dina Kosasi from DataBot.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Dina. I'm actually one of the initiators of Makedonia, if you ever know about Makedonia. It's a maker movement, a community consisting of developers for hardware, or like technology hardwares. And then now I'm working for DataBot. So every single year, every time that I know that more teams from Indonesia winning innovation challenge globally is so inspiring, especially for me, because my inspiration to become a tech queen in Indonesia, but then I don't know how to code. I don't know how to program with computers. But then I have like a basic of design thinking. But then I'm always enthusiastic or like very, very excited to actually help as well as facilitating young people, especially in Indonesia, to develop technology that can basically solve the problems in the world. So now today we're going to chat with MINO team. Probably we can start sitting down.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so let me take a look at my... Sorry. Okay, let me take a look at my cheat note. Okay. So, congratulations for the achievement that you guys made at the YSEALI Innovation. Okay, so could you please just give a little bit of introduction of yourself, probably each one of you. What university are you from, and what kind of education background that you studied at the university?
Yeah.
All right. My name is Untari Febrianda Wahdani. You can call me Untari.
Okay, Untari.
I went to Universitas Gadjah Mada. I was majoring in business management and concentrating in finance.
Oh wow. Okay. And
so my name is Muhammad Nabil Satria Faradis. You can call me Nabil, and I'm from University of Gadjah Mada, majoring in mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Okay.
Okay. So my name is Fajar Sidik Abdullah Kelana. You can call me Fajar. I am from Siambit Nabil, mechanical engineering from University of Gadjah Mada. That concerning in the multi-phase flow research. Okay.
Okay. So my question is, I'm pretty curious because, this kind of challenge, a lot of times is not known publicly or not known to many people. So how did you guys hear about the challenge in the first place? And then we would like to know what encourages you to participate into the challenge.
Okay, so I want to tell about the story from the MINO in the beginning. So actually we know the challenge from the YSEALI newsletter. I think we got the email, and then for the MINO itself, we starting to actually, we want to apply our knowledge from the college, from our university. What can we do to to solve something in our society actually? And one of we discussing with the local fish farmer, and they discuss what is their major problems. And yeah, as I said before, there are two major problems. First, the availability of land, and the second, the technology. And as the student at the time, we want to solve, and we want to what can we help for them? What can we create it, to help the local fish farmer in Indonesia? And that's why we created MINO.
So how long does it take for you guys to do the research?
First, I want to explain about, I think, at some from Nabil. Actually, we got a lot of subject in mechanical engineering. As you know, that's very, I think it's a little bit useless. About the thermodynamics, about the thermofluids, about the calculus, about the mathematics. That we only know about the calculation and something like that. And after that, me and Nabil actually want to make this, our research about the multi-phase flow, about the microbubbles, useful for the others. And we think how about we applied the microbubble technology in the fisheries. And then we start about the research in the start of 2016, I think, and we do research about 1 year until the end of the 2016, and it's continue until now.
Okay, great. So now next, studying the background of each member of the team is very interesting, because I noticed that most of you guys came from different backgrounds in terms of what you studied in the university. Could you please tell me, how did you basically decide to come together despite of the differences? And then, okay, let's take this challenge together, and then how do you solve the different opinions that might have occurred during the process? Probably you can tell what you contribute from your background to the project that you guys developed.
Sure. So at first, maybe in this stage, I'm the only one that is not studying engineering, right? So basically, I'm kind of a victim in here. They just kidnapped me to work for them. But at first, Nabil and Fajar, they actually already have this idea to develop this technology, and then they approached me. So we talked together how to develop this into a more concise business plan, so we could apply it for the YSEALI Innovation Challenge. So it all started with three of us, and we have a very distinct job desk in the process. I basically do the business development and the finances, and then Fajar and Nabil, they lead all the R&D process. Nabil usually, he's the one that, of course, he's the leader of our team. He manage us. He manage all of the, students that work together with us too. And also because I have to tell you guys, he's the valedictorian of the UGM. So yeah, he's very smart. He do the calculations and all things. And Fajar usually he's the one that go to the field research. So he's the field guy.
Okay.
So basically we have our own job description in developing this technology.
So basically, I can say that no matter what your background is, you can still contribute something, develop innovation to solve problems in the world, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my background is accountancy.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm also kidnapped by my brother in the first place. Okay, so now talking about, you're from business and then you two from like mechanical backgrounds. Do you have any like references? What, references that you look at in articles or literatures or business or like journals that you keep reading while developing the project? For example, like for the business, what kind of references do you use?
For business, I think for starter, for people that really want to build build a project like us, first you guys really need to study finance and marketing because that's the one of the most important part of the business planning. And I usually only read books that is offered by my faculty, but for those of you that really want to learn, I think HBR, they release these books, and you can find it in the Perry Plus or something, in how to understand finance really easily and how to develop business plan, which is very easy. Or maybe if you don't really like to read like something that's maybe it's a little bit heavy, I think you can just read there's a lot of books that is called Business Plan for Dummies or something like that. Yeah, so it's very easy to read and actually could really help you in developing the business plan. Yeah, and of course by taking references to in other your friends maybe, or there are like a lot of competitions out there. So and then you can just access their presentation, how people that compete in that competition present their project in YouTube. So yeah, just took the good thing from here and there, and then build it in your own business plan. Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Nabil? What kind of references?
For me, actually, we're lucky to have the Uncari because like Uncari, the most important persons.
No.
Yeah, she calculate anything because if you want to build a project, the sustainability is the most important. And for the sustainability, like you must have like the sustainability plan, the business plan, and how to grow more and grow more from your project. And for me, for the mechanical engineering, actually, we have like the course in our mechanical engineering department about the multi-phase flow. This like the main research of this microbubble technology. And but also we want to learn more and more about the fisheries because actually at the first time the fisheries is because of MINO I learned about fisheries. I learned about like aquaculture. I learned about the tilapia fish, a lot of things. I learned from we come to like the fisheries library and like read about and oh my god, I don't know anything about this. And like we come to our lecturer and our professor to discuss with them. The main important things is if we dare to learn, I believe that we can learn anything. If we want to learn, if we not limit ourselves, if we not limit we can like learn everything. We can learn the fisheries from the mechanical. You can learn fisheries. You can learn aquaculture. You can learn business from the Untari. Everything. Just not limit yourself, and you can learn everything.
Wow. Okay. Please give a round of applause. It's a very inspiring answer. Okay. What about Fajar? Do you have like any specific reference?
Actually, as you know, Nabil is the best graduate student from University of Gajah Mada. His GPA is about 3.99.
Wow.
Almost 4.0.
In mechanical engineering.
Yes,
Yeah.
I learned
So
a lot
lucky.
from him. And what about me? Actually, we have just come from India yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Visit Bangalore. It's like a Silicon Valley in India. Actually, I learned different with Nabil. Maybe Nabil learned from the books and something like that, but I learned from the field, and I talk more with the people in India that develop maybe medical technology, fisheries technology, and something like that. And that's how I learned and doing my study and preference.
Okay. Now let me ask. How many of us come from like a mechanical background or technical background? Anyone?
Engineering, maybe?
Engineering?
There's no one, I
Or
think.
is anyone coming from like a business background?
Business.
Okay.
Sorry. you come from
Okay.
business.
So basically, like like the MINO said, for example, for Untari, that she is from the business background. The references that she used is the HBR, the Harvard Business Review, that you can basically read. And then for Nabil read a lot of readings according to the problem that they are trying to solve. For example, like fisheries. And also for Fajar, basically he learns a lot from the experiences that they had over the past few months, right? So I guess like what is very encouraging that you guys keep learning, right? As well as doing a lot of researches. Okay, now the next one that I want to ask you, I still have 2 more questions, is I believe that developing this kind of technology, this kind of project require resources. I don't know, funding or even like materials. How do you guys get the access to the resources?
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. For the researches, actually, at the beginning, we have research about like the 20 million Indonesia rupiah to like develop this project. So we use that resource to develop MINO at the beginning. It came from the chemical department. Chemical department of our university in Gajah Mada. So like lecture actually have the grant to develop project, and we have access to use them to develop this project. And then because of a lot of information and like the news from the YSEALI and the USAID, like we get the grant from the M Foundation, this like NGO which to develop in aquaculture and fisheries and aquaponics something. And we have a grant from them to develop more about this technology. And then we also have a research grant from the Ministry of Research, Technology and Higher Education from Republic of Indonesia.
Okay, wow, you received some grants as well. Nice. Okay, so probably some of us might heard about the grant or whatever. Okay, like grants or funding programs. But then, how did you learn about submitting proposal for funding for your project, for example? Because we also want to know how what kind of like successful proposal that will be funded, something like that.
Well, to be honest, we have submitted our proposal to a lot of competitions. It's really hard to get one, to be honest, to get a grant from one. I think how to write the good business proposal, right? The grant proposal. The grant proposal, they need to be very concise. They need to be they need to have like a really we need to know how to write a really good story about our project from like a really strong background. We need to do the research also. Probably if you're doing like the social, the social project, you can do the qualitative or quantitative research. Maybe just doing a survey or something to back up your project, your proposal, and then of course the justification, the financial justification, and the most important thing is the social impact. The social impact has to be really strong. That's I think the winning, the best way to describe like how to write a winning, proposal. But one of the other challenges is how to pitch winning proposal. That's a really big challenges, especially when we went to the couple competitions abroad. Usually, like our competitors, maybe they are more. What is it? They are more experienced in their field or something, and then usually, probably they're getting used more with English than us because some of them are native speaker. So it's going to be a really big challenge for us to be able to control the stage, to pitch something if it's abroad, especially with our second language. It's going to be really challenges because we have to make sure that people that watch us, people that judge us, need to understand what we are saying. So yeah, it's really challenging to be able to deliver the story.
Can I add more? Maybe for my suggestion for you to write a proposal, I think you don't need to think about the money that you can earn. But I think if you write a proposal, you should have the motivation about helping the other people, and you have to know about the, you should, like Untari said, you should write some like a story, a great story behind it. You should know about the bigger issue in the world, maybe in the sustainable development goals, and what happened in this world about the food crisis and something, crisis of the energy, and technology problems, and many problems in the world that you should write and all in that proposal, but it should precise and details about what problem that you should solve at this proposal.
Okay, wow. Okay, give him the sparring applause. Okay, that's like very, very nice because what I learned from you, if I can rephrase it again, that if you want to win a proposal or like if you want to submit a proposal, first of all, you must have the right motivation. The right motivation, and then second, you have to do your research. You have to gather all the facts, all the statistics, right? Understand the problems very well. And then third, you must compose in a very nice story. A lot of times, if you deliver so much facts without story, it's not interesting. And then four, you have to learn how to present it right, the presentation strategy. Very nice. Okay. Now, my final question before we go to the Q&A session with the audience. Let me check. Okay. So, how does it feel for you personally to win the YSEALI World of Food Innovation Challenge? And how has it changed your life so far? What will you do next after winning this?
Okay. Okay, for me, this is like a great experience because we can learn a lot. We can meet a lot of people. We can meet and collaborate with other youth and with other a lot of NGO, and how we learn a lot about how to implement our idea from the real things in the real life and how to make it sustainability. Actually, I have like 2K like what I have learned from this competition actually. First, learn from your mistakes. MINO team have a lot of mistakes actually. We did a lot of mistakes, but we learn from it. We learn and all of that mistake make us learn and be better in the next step. And the second, like, don't limit yourself and be brave to take like this challenge, to take the opportunity, and like you must try. No matter that you will win or you will lose, just try. You will learn something from that. You can learn something, and you can like have a lot of option and get a lot of relation from it. And that's what I learned from this competition, and why this competition makes the MINO is like greater and can implement in a lot of fish farmer in Indonesia.
Okay.
As for me, this competition has been really exciting journey, and I'm very happy that we actually won the competition. But one of the things that really I think I treasure the most from this competition, you might find it a lot when you play the video of YSEALI, and I said it a lot because in that video I said that the opportunity to connect with the other youth from ASEAN is very amazing because we could share ideas, we could develop our ideas together, and then to know like the problems that is being faced by the other ASEAN countries, and to find the opportunities. Maybe if we could collaborate, or maybe if we could expand our project to the other countries, it's very amazing. And also the networking opportunity. without YSEALI, we wouldn't be able to collaborate with Intel, right? And with YSEALI, without YSEALI, we wouldn't be able to get a lot of trainings from the other partners. So, yeah, the networking and being connected, yeah, with each other, it's one of those things that I really treasure the most.
What about you, Fajar?
Okay, it's exactly, it's very great experience for me because I currently live in Jakarta, but 20 years ago I come from Sragen, central of Java. I come from a not good economic condition family because my family is a local farmer in Sragen, central of Java. Then I think about this is if I'm not develop this technology, if I'm not join this YSEALI World of Food Innovation Challenge, if I'm not try to help the others, I can get this experience, I can get this chance, meet with the ambassador of United States, with the USAID, meet the director of USAID, meet the director from Intel, and it's such a great experience for me.
Wow, you know what? I got goosebumps. So that's how impactful it is joining a competition that can change not other people's lives as well as your lives, right? Okay, now I'm opening the floor for Q&A session. Can I have okay, please.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Gerard. My question is about mainly the key words are collaborative efforts, mutual benefits, interconnected devices, and IoT, if it is possible in Indonesia to be developed. My question is this: is there a collaborative effort with the supplier of food and the retail industry, the physical retail industry, so there's a mutual gain benefit? Because currently the retail industry is currently undergoing, the physical one, reinventing itself. So for one example, in a country in Asia, there is this store, not so wide, but it's a kind of a store, and then the customer, he can come to the store, and then he can try out certain products, and then he can put it on, and if he agrees with it, he says, I wanted this, but I want this to be more customized, more to my preferences. Therefore, the store can say, okay, you buy, and then the retail store orders via internet to the warehouse or to the main distribution, and then to ship it or to send it to the consumer at his home. If the product is available, okay, it can straight away. But if not, then it has to go to ordering. But at least definitely it can be sent straight to the consumer's home. About YSEALI, my question is there some collaborative effort so that the physical retail industry can benefit from the supplier? Therefore, for example, tagging. You have these fish tanks, batch, and then when you tag the tanks, you can inform the customer or the retailer, and then he can check, oh yes, this batch is ready for delivery, and we are on standby. And then you can check all the various elements of the distribution, etc. Is there a way to develop such a business venture or idea like that? Thank you very much.
Okay. So probably the question is about what kind of collaboration effort that you guys can think of in terms of the strategy. So it can offer mutual benefit to different stakeholders. So for example, what he said, that can offer mutual benefit. Sometimes different stakeholders needs different kind of value from the project that you guys develop, just to ensure that everyone is happy with your project. So.
Okay.
Well, as for in a supply chain, right now, since our technology is practically new, it's only probably 1 year old, right? Yeah. So I think thank you very much for what you said before. It was actually a very good idea, probably that if we could develop it in the future. But right now, we don't go in that way yet, as we are still developing our technology, and then we only collaborate with the fish farmers and then us.
Okay.
Yeah, but what we are looking for right now is probably if there's other stakeholders, probably just like an investor that could probably they could invest in us, and then we could also deliver deliver investment to the fish farmer or something like that. So we could be the like the middleman between the investor and the fish farmers maybe in the future. But thank you very much for your idea. It was a really great idea. Maybe in the future we could go that way. Yeah.
If I can follow up the question again, have you identified other stakeholders in the value chain that is related to your project? For example, you said right now the collaboration is between you and the fish farmers at the moment, but then have you identified anyone else in the picture? And who will that be?
Okay, maybe currently we have some stakeholders that try to join with us. There's before we join with the General Muldoko Foundations that's funding for this project, and the others with it will be collaboration with I think for the technology we'll collaborate with Intel and the National Instruments, and for the others with the business I think we want to collaborate with one of the distributor feed for fish. It calls Javacom Feed.
Javacom Feed.
I think it's the biggest distributor feed for fish in Indonesia, and we'll try to contact with them, try to explain our project, what's our project, and what can we provide for them, and what we can give with this technology that collaborates with their company.
You can also contact me if you want for data analytics. Okay, so has it answered your question? Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Yes. Can you please mention your name and then your question, and where are you from?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. So my name is Calista. I'm from Islamic University, Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. So basically, I am informatics engineering students who majoring in embedded system. So I am curious about the technology that involved, specifically in your technology, and I want to know more about it. And so actually, I have learned about robotics, a little bit robotics, how we build a robot and how we build a device with microcontrollers. So I have difficulty to explain my idea to build the device or to build the robot or something that useful for the society. So I have difficulty what is the technology that really fits the idea that I want. So I want to ask you how to expand your idea into the technology. What kind of technology that fits you to make this your idea to then you implement it to your device?
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
So the question is more about like technical requirements, is it? Okay, so
yeah. Okay.
if I can, probably if you already know the question. So what kind of technology that you incorporated into the project that end up with whatever you already have right now?
Actually, for this MINO technology I think it's about the basic of the multiphase flow, about in the mechanical engineering, and there's so many ways to create the microbubbles in this world. But there's to create the microbubble generator and create the microns. It's very, very hard and needs a lot of energy, a lot of electricity. But our technology can make these microbubbles with the low energy and the simplest one, I think. And I can't tell you about the detail because it's not yet to get the intellectual property. It's not yet to get the patent from it. So I cannot explain more about our technology inside the microbubble generators. I'm sorry.
That's fair enough.
I think about you learn about the robotics, I think there's a lot of
Things, yeah.
a lot of things that you can learn, that you can explore. That there's a lot of space, I think, for you, because robotics it's mainly main technology development in this world. This technology actually need robotics too. I think it's robotic about the automations. So for the next development, this technology will make about water quality detector that connect with the MINO. When the dissolved oxygen in the water is low, so this technology will automatically turn on. And when the dissolved oxygen in the water is high, this technology will automatically turn off, so it will consume less energy than the others.
Collaborated with Intel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So-
very great.
Very interesting to know that kind of sensor that you will use. Because if the oxygen is very low, probably like the oxygen sensor, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, because there's, I think, a lot of things that you can do, that you can make with the robotics thing, the informatics engineering that you learn from your university. There's a lot of, I think.
So, do you have any like specific technology in mind, if you can explore, that you want to use in the future for anything? Let's say that if you want to go to the Mars. So, what kind of technology that you have in mind that you want to use?
I think it's for the mineral water with the dissolved oxygen in it. I think it will be useful too for the humans.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Or we could develop our technology for aquariums.
Okay, very interesting. Okay, we can have only like one final question before we wrap up. Yes, please.
Cek. Hello, my name is Farhan from UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. I'm very motivated when you said that you went through many competition and you said that that's very hard. That's mean a lot to me. Thank you. What I want to ask you is, kalian mengikuti banyak kompetisi. Apakah yang kompetisi kalian ikuti itu MINO sebelumnya sebelum MINO ada project lain yang kalian lakuin, atau emang satu aja kalian fokus ke MINO dan kalian ikut semua kompetisi, atau ada project lain?
Okay. Saya refresh dikit nggak apa-apa ya. Jadi sebelum ikut I'll ask in bahasa, I'll ask in bahasa dan I will translate in English. Sebelum ikut yang kompetisi ini, sudah berapa banyak kompetisi yang diikuti? Terus kompetisinya apa aja? Sebelum kompetisi yang ini.
Okay, me first I think.
Okay.
Bahasa Indonesia nggak apa-apa.
Okay. Saya sebelumnya sebenarnya concernnya ke mobil listrik. Kebetulan saya dulu ketua tim mobil listrik Arjuna Universitas Gadjah Mada. Jadi fokus sebelumnya malah totally 4 tahun ini, 4 tahun kuliah malah fokus full ke mobil listrik, tentang development di dalamnya, bikin battery management system, bikin sensor-sensor di dalamnya, mau bikin kayak transmission, automatic transmission segala macamnya. Itu kemarin dilakuin 4 tahun kuliah terakhir. Cuman di waktu tahun terakhir, kebetulan karena saya fokusnya juga coba mencoba mengembangkan diri ke sektor ke mata kuliah lain tentang multi-phase flow. Waktu itu ada mata kuliah tentang multi-phase flow, saya join juga. Kebetulan di situ kayak ada space buat saya, ini teknologi ini bisa dikembangkan jauh lebih dari sekedar cuman skala lab, cuman sekedar tahu ukuran bubbles di microbubbles itu berapa, cara image processingnya gimana. Saya lihat ini punya potensi banyak, dan waktu itu Nabil ngajak saya gimana kalau kita fokus ke ini buat ke pertanian.
Oh, oke. Jawab Mas pertanyaannya?
Ikut berbagai kompetisi itu MINO aja yang dikompetisiin, atau ada produk lain yang ikut dikompetisiin? Gitu.
Kalau buat sejauh ini project yang selama ini yang diikuti kompetisi semuanya MINO.
Oh, oke.
Kalau boleh tahu udah berapa kompetisi?
Kalau dari saya mau nambah ya, mungkin begini sebenarnya. Karena background kita adalah, bagi kami, kita backgroundnya adalah technical gitu. Kita backgroundnya technical, kita anak mechanical engineering ya. That's why we need to, if we want to make this product sustainable, we must know about the economic something and business model and how to develop it. And kalau saya sih ngelihat bagaimana kita bisa dapat ilmu tentang itu tuh dengan mengikuti sebenarnya inkubator bisnis kayak gitu sih. Jadi selama ini maksudnya nggak kompetisi aja sih, maksudnya yang kita ikutin ya inkubator bisnis. Bagaimana kita bisa ngedevelop si MINO ini bisa menjadi real solution and how to make it sustainable. And that's why like kita itu masukin MINO di banyak bisnis itu banyak di inkubator bisnis, inkubator social venture, inkubator something. Selain bisa kita dapat gain feedback from them about this project, and we can learn about like the business plan. Maybe like we have a relation to get a fund, get a grant, and meet the investor.
Okay.
Itu sih sebenarnya tujuan utama. Itu supaya, kembali lagi supaya si MINO ini bisa berkembang lagi sebenarnya.
Okay, so yeah. We have to wrap up first,
yeah,
okay. And then probably if you have more questions, you can just like ask directly to the MINO team after the panels. Okay, now my very last question before we wrap up: how would you advise, the youth in Indonesia to be participative in the development by, for example, following this kind of innovation challenge? How would you inspire them to actually, okay, you know what, just take the competition, don't be afraid, nothing to lose?
Yeah, as for me, maybe be a little bit assertive,
Okay.
yeah, and then never afraid to lose, because, like, to be honest, with MINO, we applied to probably already 5 competitions.
Yeah, something.
And then we already lost 2 into competitions, but it's okay because it's okay to losing because learning process is not only on the result but also on the way to that result. So never be afraid to take on challenges and then be a little bit assertive because sometimes we Indonesians, we kind of reluctant to do this one thing and then that one thing because I think we just I don't know, maybe we are a little bit compared to the other people from other ASEAN countries. To be honest, from the experiences that I had, Indonesian people, we are not that as competitive as them probably. So maybe we need to be more competitive people. So yeah.
Okay. Any last word before we wrap up?
Fajar?
Okay, I think it's not about it's entirely about not the competition. It's about the Indonesia. It's about the world. If not the youth who would change the world, who else? If not now, then when? So it's our responsible as youth, as human in the world, to make a better world.
Okay, so I think that will wrap up our discussion for today. But then please feel free to actually ask them directly after these panels. So the very strong point that I capture is the last word, saying that it's not about what?
It's not about the competition.
Okay, it's not about the competition. It's about Indonesia. It's about the world. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. So talk to you later.
Another round of applause, please, for our speakers today. And that's the end of the event today. And thank you so much for participating and hope to see you guys at another event. Bye. Have a good day, everyone.